Goitrogens. So we already covered goitrogens, I think, on the last when we talked about the cruciferous and things. So I think I've already talked about those things. It's funny how we make these things like peaches and strawberries and pears. These foods actually cause lymphatic stagnation. Do you really think the cruciferous vegetables, spinach, strawberries, peaches, pears, actually cause the lymph system to back up? Because that's what would be the question. And the question is absolutely no. This is bloated belly on a fruit fast. Now, it does kind of show digestive problems even with carbohydrates. So check on your pancreatic, make sure you're digesting your foods properly. If you can't get a picture of your eye to look at the pancreas, you might just take the pancreatic formula. Also clean up the GI tract with the stomach and bowel formula. Maybe lymphatic 1 capsules is what I would do. I definitely probably work with my pancreas with the pancreatic caps here for a month or so. See if that changes that scenario there. But again, it also could be just your lymph system's backed up in the wall, which is meaning malabsorption, but it also means that you're going to get edemic in that bowel wall. You're going to hold water where acids are to kind of as a buffering agent, so you're going to get bloaty with the water, and fruits have a lot of water in them. So we tend to get bloaty and hold water when we're acidic, like a woman does when she menstruates. She's getting an estrogen hit, and the body's buffering that acid hit because it's supposed to be more of a localized hit instead of a systemic hit. But of course, with blood and everything, it can become a systemic hit. And so systemically, you notice women bloat up a little bit with water. Same type of thing, but remember, it is the acidosis that's at issue here. Whether it's in the wall or pancreatic not digesting, all these things can be part of that. If you see, and used to having 1 bowel movement a day until 2 years ago, I started taking psyllium husk and bentonite clay, mixed every day for about 10 days, and after that I was constipated. I would have 2 bowel movements a week. Well, this is the problem with using these, and this is why in my GI broom, I have bentonite and charcoal, but they swell because they're absorptive. Remember, bentonite absorbs 200 times its size in toxins, and charcoal 2,000 times its size in toxins. So they're going to swell. Psyllium is going to swell. So I put a bunch of stuff in my GI broom, plus some cascara to help move it through, because you don't want to be impacted. So you need to get that cleaned up. Look at this. I went to the ER because I was so concerned, and they just told me to take Marilax. I've tried the Marilax, psyllium, flax seeds, and an extra fiber, no gluten, dairy, no processed, and just can't seem to regulate my system. Get on my bowel formulas. I would suggest, if it was me, probably start it with number 3. Three times a day, and see if that'll start opening this up and getting this doorway cleaned up. Because my formulas are not laxative, but they're restoratives. That should restore that bowel health. If 3 isn't strong enough, go right up to number 5. Get your bowels opened up and cleaned up there, because you definitely have impacted some areas there, so get that cleaned out. Also think about the adrenal glands and the kidneys, because the adrenals control the nervous system that controls peristalsis. That's the autonomic again. So that's the adrenal glands here. So you want to get the adrenal glands up. That'll increase the neurological function in the body, particularly peristalsis. That'll increase that. At the same time, you're cleaning impactions. Bentonite clay and stuff can stick in there and impact you. So you got to clean off your wall there a little bit, clean in your wall, move your lymph system. So again, going after the kidneys, the adrenals, going after the lymph in that way, and then doing the lymphatic 1 capsules, a stomach and bowel number 3 or 5, and go in that manner, and that should open you up pretty good and start cleaning that out and change this scenario around for you. My stomach is also very bloated to the point where I appear at least 5 months pregnant. And again, I think that on top of all this, you're going to find interstitial lymphatic constipation. You're going to find that your lymph system in the gut wall, including the stomach, is not moving well. And this kind of, what you did just kind of exacerbated, maybe partly pulled, partly did all that, and just you're kind of hanging in a limbo area there. Let's see where I appear. Okay, I did this must be a female. I did a 30-day juice fast in November 2010, which brought my stomach down but did not regulate my bowels. And once I started eating again, my stomach is bloated again. I broke the fast with Thanksgiving food and back to the sad diet. Right now, I'm fruit fasting. That's why I don't judge anybody. We all fall. We all do this. We all do that. Okay. Right now, I'm fruit fasting for 5 weeks now, and my stomach has gone from 6 months to about 4 months. I have 1 bowel movement a day, but when I do my weekly enema, I have no bowel movements for 2 days. That's why I don't like you messing with enemas or colonics, because that is exactly the hit right here. It creates innervation, stimulation, innervation. So I don't mess with that. I let the herbs and the foods do all the work for me, because they'll do it better. So I let them do it for me. I don't mess around with enemas, and particularly coffee enemas. You really get yourself in trouble with coffee enemas doing this. I've had people, and I think I told you about an old dentist, but I've had a lot of people use coffee enemas and they can't poop at all. They're locked. And you don't. It is not worth going there for what? The stimulation with coffee? Overstimulate the liver? No, that's not how you get over cancers. That's not how you clean the body. You don't go in there and shake it and rock it and stimulate it and purge it. No. This is a nice, simple, easy way to detox. Yeah, it's an interesting way here. But it's the only safe way and really way to get yourself well again. I would definitely get on the herbal formulas, at least enough for a month or two to clean this up for you. They're going to make all the difference in the world, guaranteed for you. This will turn you around totally. I have a feeling that my bowels are stuck, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Well, get in the herbs and pick up your kidneys and adrenals, because the adrenals, that's the nervous system again. And you can be depleted in that way. Last week I did a 3-day juice fast followed by a 1.5-day water fast, but I felt too weak to continue. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'd just get on a detox, an herbal detox regimen with my raw foods. Go that doorway first before you start fasting. That's a sign of adrenal fatigue there. That's showing me low neurotransmitters to run your bowels in the first place, which is also suggestive, because that again goes back to the lymphatic system with the kidneys, and then you're going to see that interstitial lymphatic constipation. That's the bloating. So really need to focus on moving lymph that way. At the same time, get in your stomach and bowel again in your lymphatic 1 capsules or something. I was thinking candida, well, just take a parasite in, but that wouldn't be causing all this problem. No way. They're just microbes in fermentation. Please let me know what you think. Also, I've been mixing the different herbs from your herbal blends and making into teas we drink daily, along with lemon water, fruit smoothies, and cilantro, parsley, or cucumber and apple green juice. All that is good, sweetheart. But if you can get on that herbal protocol and follow that, I've designed that for all these type of problems. It works well. You don't need to be on it that long. Clean that up, get your lips moving, get a picture of your eyes, and see what's going on. Probably chronic bowel issues there. Emotions and brown tongue. This is Rohan Supertramp. I did think the Supertramp. I remember that lead singer. What a handsome guy that guy is. Supertramp. Heck of a good singer, too. Hello, sir. I have been raw for 2.5 years now. High fruitarian for 4 months and 2 weeks into your herbs. Oh, good man. This is New Zealand again. Rohan from New Zealand. I live with Katie. Oh, hey. Hey, Katie. The adrenal fatigue since she was 5-year-old girl. Isn't that sad? Well, but that's what's out there, and we all are learning how to correct these things. And this is another case where a glandular would work well when you're that fatigued that long, when you're born with these extreme genetic weaknesses. I'm going to put my stuff in with this sort of thing here. Can you please talk about emotions during detox? Woohoo! The past couple of weeks on herbs, I have been feeling very emotional, and the ego has been fighting a bit. But you're watching it. See, now that's what I like about you. You're watching your ego. And I like that, because that's step one. Start realizing you have one, and that it's separate than you are. That's very important, so you don't start getting guilt feelings and things like this. These are bodies you're using, and they can step up and be dominant. And we don't realize that we're separate from that, because we've merged with our bodies till we become one. That's how soul experiences. Remember, we talked about how soul experiences creation only by becoming what your body's. You actually take on the persona. Soul knows by being. But the mind is rationales, relationships, the intellect, as you know, of course, it's brought up by its own self-worth and the emotions and stuff, absolutely. Well, with weak adrenal glands, you're definitely going to have some emotional detoxes because you're going to hold a lot, especially Katie here at 5 years old. Having adrenals, she can take on emotional things that most people would just discard as being nothing. She might hold on as being devastating. And it's only because of that weakness. So in detox, some of these old thoughts and things, you kind of have to do like young and dream therapy in a sense, where they would take you back in your dreams and get you to become more conscious. So you now become a conscious traveler into the dream state, and you can go back and review your dreams, almost like you're going back to the Akashic Records and reviewing your dream. Or they use it's called Young and Dream. Well, that was years ago. I don't know if they still do that with the Young and work in philosophies and stuff, but you want to have something like that where these thoughts that come through, you just give them love and pass them on through, just like everything else. You're the gatekeeper for the raw foods and the higher consciousness, and you just help people and show them the way. You must release and let go. Nothing matters anymore. Nothing emotionally, nothing matters but you and consciousness and the allness of all things and the oneness of all things. If you're going to say creation matters, then make it matter from a higher perspective where we're all brothers and sisters, we're all one. And not even brothers and sisters, because we're all actually one. There we are all the same. When I see you, I see God. And I see a little dog, I see God. When I see a plant, I see God. When I see the minerals, I see God. And that's how when you see God in everything, the Rumi syndrome, when you see God in everything, that's when ecstasy and joy starts invading your consciousness. Fix the bodies, yes, fix your bodies up, get them healthy, and you're rocking. And that's what life is really, I think, more about. So yeah, emotional detoxes, it can go anywhere from extreme crying to extreme laughter to cussing you out. I've had all of the above. I've had people laughing one minute, especially a quad. She would laugh with me one minute, cuss me out the next minute, and then be normal the next. Real emotional trauma when some people are going to go through a detox. So it's a real, and you just keep letting all these things go. The same thing with mind and ego. You just keep putting them away from you. Get away from me. I'm not listening. Part of the tear from the physical mundane and etheric mundane bodies to yourself as soul. Your bodies are clinging to you and you're kind of holding on. Let them go. It doesn't matter. You can't get hurt. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing. Nothing can hurt you. You come from the Godhead. Nothing can hurt you. Your bodies can get whacked up. Also, since being on the herbs, I have noticed my tongue becoming brown. Gross. I do not have any explicit medical issues, but I'm on the path for joy, love, and enlightenment. Good New Zealand. Go New Zealand. That's what New Zealand should be all about. I love New Zealand, but some of the, I don't know. But, brown tongue, dirty GI tract, a lot of lymph going on there. This was asked a couple times before. Hi, Mike. Mike J. Pete. Twins? I don't know. Depersonalization, Derealization, Visual Snow. The title is My Current Cross to Bear. Man, I think you might have asked this or someone's asked this before. Had a panic attack from marijuana January of 2011. Seen people do that. Well, because it's a little bit of a neurotoxin. So it does have that for people that are already emotionally weak and unstable that way. Yeah, I've seen people freak right out. As an NYU freshman after a painful breakup with my first girlfriend. See, there was the thing.